Hey there and welcome. If you're getting ready for your state government exam on childcare, you have landed in the perfect spot. We're about to dive into the Essential Guide, really designed to give you that core knowledge you need to walk in there feeling confident and ready to succeed.
We're going to walk through 5 critical areas that you can pretty much bet will be on your exam. We'll start with your core responsibilities, then get into nutrition and safety, guiding positive behavior, preventing infections, and finally, the professional standards you're expected to live up to. So let's get right into it.
All right, first up, let's talk about the foundation. These are the absolute must-know, non-negotiables of your role as a caregiver. We've broken them down into 5 key pillars.
Now, what's really important here is the order of these duties. Think about the flow. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with safety. That is your #1 priority, always. A child can't learn, they can't grow, if they don't feel safe and secure. After that, you help with their physical needs. That's how you build trust. Then you get to the really exciting part, supporting their development. You're literally helping to shape their future. Of course, you're doing all of this as a partner with the family, which keeps everything consistent. And finally, you're the expert pair of eyes, observing and reporting any changes. You nail these 5 and you've got the heart of your role down cold.
And this quote right here, it gets straight to the heart of that 4th pillar we just mentioned. You have to remember you're not on an island. You're a professional partner to the parents, a key member of that child's care team. Following their instructions and respecting the care plan isn't just a suggestion. It's a fundamental part of your job.
Okay, next up, let's keep building on that #1 priority, safety. But this time, we're looking at it through the lens of nutrition. Because what you feed a child is directly tied to their growth, their development, and of course, their immediate safety.
Okay, this is a big one for the exam. You have to know that one size does not fit all. For infants, it's all about precision. You follow the instructions for formula or breast milk exactly as given. But as you can see, once they become toddlers and preschoolers, your role totally shifts. It becomes about offering a wide variety of healthy foods and creating a positive, chill vibe around mealtimes.
And when we talk about food safety, how you prepare it is absolutely everything. The foods you see on this slide, they're called out as major hazards for a very good reason. Grapes have to be quartered. Hot dogs need to be sliced lengthwise and then chopped up. Your ability to spot these risks and know exactly how to handle them is a key skill they are definitely going to be testing for.
All right, so we've talked about physical well-being. Now let's switch gears and talk about a child's emotional and social world. I know that managing behavior can sometimes feel like the trickiest part of the job, but the key is to have a professional, consistent game plan.
So first things first, let's get our mindset right, because it really matters. So-called challenging behaviors, like tantrums or saying no, they're not signs of a bad kid. Not at all. They are a totally normal, expected part of growing up. It's how kids learn to test limits and figure out who they are. Getting this is the very first step to responding in a way that actually helps.
And here it is. This is your professional toolkit. Let's walk through these 6 strategies. It all starts with you. You have to stay calm. You're the anchor in their little storm. Then you set clear and consistent limits so they feel secure. If a child starts going off track, you don't punish, you redirect their energy to something they can do. And you make a big deal out of praising the good behavior you want to see more of. And this last one is a bright red line. You never, ever, ever use physical punishment. It doesn't work and it's harmful. Period.
Look, if you remember one single thing from this section for your exam, let it be this. Your job is to be a teacher, to build a child up, not to control them with fear. Praising good choices will always be more effective and way more professional than punishment.
Okay, on to our next big topic, health. You know, kids' immune systems are basically still under construction, which makes them much more vulnerable to all the germs floating around. And that means your role in stopping the spread of infection is absolutely essential.
So what's the #1 weapon you have in your arsenal? Is it some fancy new technology? Nope, it's simple. Hand washing. This is the single most important thing you can do to keep yourself and the kids in your care healthy. I would definitely expect to see a question about this. It's that fundamental. And if you need any proof of why this is so important, just look at this chart. The data is crystal clear. A whopping 65% of school absences are because of common illnesses like colds and the flu, things that are often preventable. Your simple, consistent hygiene practices can have a huge direct impact on a child's health. Okay, for our final section, let's just zoom out a little bit. We've talked about all of the specific things you do,
But what are the qualities that hold all of that together? This is about the professional standard, the kind of person you need to be.
So here they are. A truly excellent caregiver is, above all, patient. They are genuinely caring and completely reliable because families are putting their absolute trust in them. They see themselves as a respectful partner with parents, and they never lose sight of the ultimate goal, supporting that child to help them reach their absolute fullest potential.
So as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this question. Think back over everything we just covered: the 5 pillars, the safety rules, the behavior strategies. Which one of those skills are you going to focus on and practice first? Answering that for yourself is the first step, not just to acing your exam, but to becoming the kind of amazing caregiver that every single child deserves. You've got this. Good luck.